Welcome back to the Game Day Maniac. I am AD and we are building a complete third person horror game in Unreal Engine 5.8 using C++. Today we are going to create 6 input actions for movement, camera, look, and jump, sprint, crouch, and attack. Then we'll be creating input mapping context called IMC hero and assign our keyboard and mouse controls and connect everything to our BP hero character class, which is we had created a blueprint class out of our C character class C++ character class in the last video. Let me go ahead and first hit the build button and check if everything's working correctly. Looks like it's working correctly. Unreal Engine editor is warming up. It's compiling the shaders and all. I'll share the Unreal Engine screen when this is got loaded full. Okay, so these are BP hero character here. So let me maximize it and open the content browser. As you can already see, I have created two input actions. So in order to create the input actions, you need to right click on your content browser and search for the input action here. So in that way, you can create the input action. So on clicking on the input action, uh, it will appear under the folder under the content wherever you want it to be stored. So let me rename this. We'd be needing this for IA Sprint. So I'm going to name it IA Sprint. All right. So these are input action mapping context. So in the same way, you can right click and search for the input action, or maybe with input. So on clicking up here, so you can see this input action got created. I don't need any other input action, so I'm going to delete this. Yeah. So under the input action, you got to select your input action first. These are input mapping context, and we're mapping our inputs under the context. So I'm selecting our IA move, and I've set up for keystrokes WASD. For W, I'll be clicking on a modifier. So in order to select this, you need to click on this, and under the keyboard, if you search for the W key, you'll be finding up here. In such way, you can set your S key, A key, and D key. So the main point, I wanted to set up the modifier here, and I'm going to select the swizzle um, input axis, and it should be it should be set to Y X Z. Same for this as well. I'm going to select the modifier sizzle YXG, and I'll be selecting another one, which is the -1, because with the W, I'll be moving forward, and with S will be moving backward. So for that purpose, I'm setting it setting this modifier, second modifier, as -1. So the A is for the left, D is for the right strip, right? So okay, I think we don't need the modifier here. We should leave it as it is. For A, I should select the modifier, which should be the negate one. Again, D is for the right strife and A is for the left one. So for moving our character to left, we should select the negative value. Okay, we should hit save, 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 and save. So we have already configured the move, and now let me check what's in the IA loop. So I've already set up the 2D axis here as a value type. Let's create few more input actions. So the input action here, let's create it IA crouch, and let's create another input action IA jump. So let's hit save first. Um, okay, IA crouch is already set to digital bool. That is correct type. Let's go to IA jump. IA jump is also set up to digital pool. That is also correct. IA sprint. This should be also the value type, the digital pool. So okay, so every value sets up correctly, and now we will set up the mapping. Okay, to create I mean to add another mapping, you need to hit on this button here, this plus button. You got to select your input action which you're going to hook. So now I'm going to hook the IA look, uh and it should be the mouse. Okay, mouse XY 2D axis. Right. So because I want the I mean on you know the moving of the mouse, I want the character to be, or the camera to be, rotating. I don't think I need to create any modifiers for this. So I think we are good here for the look. Uh, yeah, the crouch, IA crouch, I'm going to select next, and I'm going to set up the C key in the keyboard to toggle the crouch. And also I don't need any modifiers for that as well. Will be okay. The crouch done, the jump is not done, right? So So next I'm going to select the jump. So my character is going to jump with spacebar, spacebar. There you go. I also don't need any kind of modifiers for this key. We're going to add another input mapping, and this time is for the last one, the sprint. What should be the sprint toggle to, sprint action. I guess I want it to be shift. So let's shift button, and I also don't need the modifiers. So we are done with with setting up the input mapping context, and now I'll be hooking up these values with our in our blueprint, so our C++ class can access the value passed by, when a keystroke happens. So let's hook this one by one. I I think I've named it move action maybe. Yeah. So for this input action, I'm going to hook the IA move. Okay. Now I'm going to go for the look action. Look action. Yeah. Now I'm going to hook this IA hook. Sorry, IA look to this input action. Sprint. Sprint. Sorry, there is a typo. So the sprint action, I'm going to put the is sprint, crouch input action. Is there any crouch input action? Yeah, there you go. IA crouch, and also there is another one which is jump, maybe jump. Yeah. So correct. And now I'm going to hook our default mapping context, default mapping context with our IA hero input mapping context. So all the input actions are hooked with our blueprint character, and also the input actions as well, input mapping context as well. So let's hit compile. It's compiled well, and let's hit save. And I'm going to compile our game again as a whole. Let's see what is the output. So the result is succeed. Let's close this, and let's see. Okay. Now we'll be creating another C++ class for the game mode. So let me create that one. Uh, New C++ class, game mode. So with the game mode class, we can set up our character class as a default form, and the level as well. So when we hit this play button, we can see our player to be spawned at the start point where we keep our uh, you know this start player actor up here. Uh, so let me create the game mode class. Mm, I'm going to name it Hollow Get, get Game Mode. Okay, it's opened another instance of the Visual Studio while I'm already been running one. So let's just close the new one and toggle into the one that we have. So there you go. This is our game mode C++ class. Let me, okay, it's compiling here. Let's just the compile being finished first. Then we can create a game mode blueprint class out of this C++ class here. So let's create a blueprint class. Okay. First, let me create a folder for keeping the uh, BP game mode. So under the content, there should be a folder for the blueprint. Okay. Let's create a folder in game mode. Game mode blueprint. Okay. Let's go to the public folder under the C++ class and create a blueprint class, and this should be named as BP underscore uh hologate game mode, and I'm going to keep it under this folder. So this is our game mode blueprint class, and I'm going to search for the default pawn class. So our default pawn class would be our BP hero character. Okay, now I'm going to go to the project settings in order to select the game mode that we have created as a default game mode for this project. So for the default map, we have already set up this entry level map, so we don't need to manipulate this. I'm going to search for the game mode, default game mode. Let's default game modes. There you go. And I'm going to select our PP follow game mode, hologate game mode, and going to save this. And these are start point we have already placed in our level. So we're into the gameplay, and now we are able to see our character here, and this is really a very win-win situation for us. And now we're pressing the W key and we can see our character is moving. Although it's not, our animations are not, hooked up with this character. And this character is looked really, really, really small. I need to increase our character capsule height and width. Let me see if I can do it from the blueprint class. If it's not, then we need to go under our C++ class and we need to create a variable which will be responsible to uh, adjust the height and the width, almost the size of the character from the blueprint. So let's just first. Oh, this is the C++ class. I didn't intend to click on this. I wanted to go to the blueprint class, hero blueprint class, and there is this capsule component. And if I There is the viewport. I don't think capsule is capsule size is manipulating the capsule size with this transparent value. Is it um, capsule component? Okay. Let's take 5, 5, and 5. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we don't need to go to the C++ class anymore. We can manipulate our capsule component height and uh, okay, we can we can scale our capsule component via this. So let's hit compile again and let's see. Okay, this character looks gigantic now. Okay, let's move out and try to adjust our capsule component. Cane. Let's keep it two maybe. Normal. That might go with our environment. Hit compile and start again. And I think it looks good now. But one thing I would suggest to adjust the camera height, and I want this our my camera to be pointing the character's right shoulder here. So let's just go and go to the BP character and check the boom here. And I want it here. I want it to set the camera here. At, so the player can have a good view of the environment also. I want I want this camera to be a bit, why it's not, I'm not able to rotate. Okay, I'm rotating this. Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay. And the online I want a bit like 500x. Hit and compile. And yeah, I think it looks good now. For now. What happened? Okay, we're jumping. Cool. I think it's working totally fine. Okay. On A, D, but this isn't look nice. I I don't want a I don't want our character to move like this. We got to fix this. We got to fix this. Okay. The input mapping actions are looking fine to me. I think there must be something in our code. So where we set up the initial rotation, so the rotation behavior here, let's keep it true. Let's keep it true. And character movement orientation, keep it false. Okay, let's hit save. Also, I wanted to save everything before closing, and I'm going to hit compile again. Sorry, build again. It's building. Looks like it's building successfully. Not sure what happened last time. Okay, so we made our changes, and let's see after compilation. Um, when we hit play, then okay, compiled, completed, and now I'm going to hit play. W S. Now, yeah, yeah, is what I'm expecting. It should not rotate the face of the character when I press S button. Looks good. Yeah, I think it looks good. See, I'm pressing A, it's not facing towards left, it's not facing towards right when I'm pressing D, pressing W, but one thing I'm noticing here, walk speed seems to be pretty slow for this size of this character. But I can manipulate this now, but I won't do it now. I'm going to hook up the animation, the walking animation, strafe animation, running animation, crouch animation, and the jump animation in the next video, and we'll see how our character is, I mean how the animations are looking on our character when we are moving our character in the gameplay. So at that point of time we can manipulate our walk speed and the sprint speed. So for now, I think we're good for this video. So have a good day, guys, and please subscribe our channel. Thanks.